The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast.
Is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days.
Hosted by a group of best friends. If you'd like to find out more, visit nerdchatmedia.com.
This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
Oh, hello. Daddy D. Wally here, and welcome to the Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast.
Hello.
Yeah, turn that shit up. Celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. My name is Daddy D. Wally. The gates of Oblivion are back. Joining me as always is the fuse has been hashtag light the fuse at Chipotle Bear. How are you?
I am great, man. Unfortunately, I've not had a ton of time to play a lot of games this week, but doing some other fun stuff, including, of course, we have a very deep fandom of Mission Impossible on the show, and we're getting pumped.
Tickets go on sale Monday, boys.
And so at least Dan and I don't know if Bacon and Chance are, but we're going back and rewatching all the films. And man, I had not seen the first one in so long. And it was really? I was surprised how much of it I actually remembered and everything. But gosh, what a movie ahead of its time, man. I'm very excited.
I mean, it's super old now too, Jose, and it still does a pretty good job. But they predict a lot of stuff too. I noticed. I was like, oh, we have all of this technology now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So I'll be watching the second movie tonight when I'm editing our show and doing clips or shorts and stuff. So very excited, but happy to be here. Happy Thursday, everyone.
Joining us as always, I was just going to say, Snelling said, we're not postponing this show for NFL draft, first round draft night. Who cares? It's an overdrawn out, stupid draft, and it's one round. I'm sorry. I don't care about the NFL draft. I'll just see all the picks later. Bacon Gaming, how are you?
Yes, I currently have divided attention. I'm casting the draft on my main monitor in front of me. And when I look at the show notes, they're over here and my camera's here. So sorry in advance to the fans, but I don't miss draft night no matter what show is on.
I didn't. Do the Broncos even have a first round pick?
We have 20. We are 7 picks away, bro.
Yep.
First round.
There you go. So,
first round is moving.
I'll wait for that in an hour. And joining us as always to switch or not to switch, Bubble Boy and 7.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what I should do because let's just say I got an insider. So I don't. I know I was the one. I was talking to Chris Glenns at work today, and he's like, "I thought you weren't in on it," and I was like, "I know, but now that it's here,
I think it's just FOMO.
Now that it's real, I don't know. So we'll talk about it, but I feel like it's a possibility.
All right, Jose, let's jump into, we've got so much, well, we don't have that much news to talk about, but I want to talk about it. Let's jump into Xbox news for the week.
News team, assemble!
News story number 1. Oblivion, The Elder Scrolls 4 was shadow dropped. It is out. On Game Pass, on PC, on Steam, on console, on PS5. But before we talk about that, guys, forgot about timestamps already, but I've got a rant.
Oh.
So timestamp this, Todd.
Rant incoming.
I'm sick and tired of all of these baby gamers complaining, oh, why is Oblivion coming out this week? Oh, it's the same time as Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Why are they doing this? Oh, there's too many games. Shut up.
There are too many games.
I'm sick and tired of it. First, we give Xbox all this crap for not having games in 2022, and now in 2025 and last year, we're giving them crap for having too many games?
Pick a side.
What the hell's going on? I'm sick and tired of these baby gamers whining about this. Oh, they have a partnership with Claire Obscure. Oh, the game. Oh, I don't know what to play. Why don't you start praising Xbox for, think about this in a month's time. South of Midnight, Blueprints, Oblivion Remastered, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and Doom the Dark Ages. And you're going to complain about it? I'm tired of it.
I'm not complaining about it.
Go play some games instead of whining about there are too many games. What am I going to do?
Was it Bacon? Did Bacon complain about it?
I am tired of it. End of the rant. You can timestamp that. But seriously, I wanted to title this episode. I wanted to title this episode, I'm sick of the whiny baby gamers complaining about too many games. But I changed that last second. Actually, it was titled, Why Are We Complaining About Too Many Games? Let's celebrate the fact that we're getting Oblivion Remastered and a Game of the Year contender in a matter of days on Game Pass.
Speak. Preach.
Coming straight from Bethesda Game Studios. It's been thrilling for all of us here at Bethesda to revisit a game so close to our hearts with Oblivion Remastered. When we started this project in 2021, we aimed to breathe new life into a chapter of the Elder Scrolls that set the path for so many of our games after it. We never wanted to remake it, but remaster it, where the original game was there as you remember playing it, but is seen through today's technology. We are so fortunate to work with an unbelievable team of partners at Virtuous. Even though we had worked together before, we had never attempted something on this scale. Every piece of art, animation, special effects, and part of the world would be remastered. Some new voices would be recorded, while keeping the originals there as well. Game systems were updated to feel better in your hands, leveling systems modified for smoother progression and balance. We looked at every part and carefully upgraded it, but most of all, we never wanted to change the core. It's still a game from a previous era and should feel like one. We know many of our longtime fans will be thrilled to revisit Oblivion and the land of Cyrodiil, but there are also so many who have never played it. We can't thank you enough for all the support you have given us in the games over the years. Our hope is that with this remaster is that no matter where or who you are, no matter who you are, when you step out of the Imperial sewer, you feel like you're experiencing it for the first time. We can't wait to hear about your adventures. All our best, Bethesda Game Studios, and also credit to Virtuous Studios. Coach Goose says, boring? Are you serious, Goose? You didn't hear that rant just a second ago? You're not going to give credit to one of the greatest studios that makes Game of the Years for you? Your favorite games of all time? Goose, Nissa, put Goose on a 5-minute timeout. Sick and tired of all these Debbie Downers all the time. Jose, what is your reaction to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion being shadow dropped and my rant earlier? Take it away, Jose.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not as offended by the complainers because unfortunately we live in a world that we like to complain about everything. But about the game itself, here's what I will say. I've said it before on the show. I have started Skyrim. I've never finished Skyrim. I have not played Elder Scrolls prior to that. Like, I know what it is. I have a lot of respect for it. I hope everything's okay. I think it's very cool. It's just not my game. And so when I heard this was coming out, I was like very excited. I was mostly excited for like Dan and Pony because like it's a big part of their growing up and their origin story and that kind of stuff. But I wasn't super into it. And so literally, I know, Corey, you're right. It's very wild. Like, it is a shame. It's one of those shame things on my gaming track record but I like to be honest. But basically after watching the trailer, I was seriously like, I feel like I need to play this game. Like I was, and here's the thing. I've told you guys last week, I've been on a kind of a hiatus playing Blueprints here and there, taking care of some other stuff in my life because I was ready for Claire Obscure today, right? Like I that's what I want to jump into heavily until Doom comes out. And I seriously almost jumped into Oblivion, except that I really want to get lost in the world. I really want to take the time to enjoy it and have fun and take to experience and that kind of stuff. So I'm excited, dude. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I've been watching Dan do his stream. If you've never played it like me and you want to just see it, Dan's done some great streaming. A lot of streamers have. You can check out Light from Trophy Room. You can check out all kinds of stuff. But I'm excited, dude. It looks so good. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, Dan. Like I really, because I think Bacon, did you play it yet or no?
Yeah, I'm about 7 hours in.
Okay,
Oh,
like
snap.
so
Dude,
both
Bacon's
you guys,
got more time than me.
I want to hear
man.
which Bacon is kind of a new person into it, and of course Dan coming back. I'm very excited to hear that. But I'm pumped, dude. Like we always ask for these great remasters and remakes. It's been long enough. It's time. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I like Gentle Stone said. I love the Expedition 33 Bethesda back and forth. Yeah, they've been tweeting it back and forth to each other. Like I'm looking at this one at Kepler Interactive. We can't wait to play, and it's got a bunch of adoring fans cheering on Expedition 33. So we're also calling this the Expedition Oblivionheimer is another title I wanted for this episode for Barbie Oppenheimer. What was that? Barbenheimer, whatever the hell it was called.
Barbenheimer.
When they both came out at the same time. So yeah, as far as what do you think about that, Chance? I'll throw it over to you for that. Do you think that each like one of these games is eating into each other? I feel like they're different games, and especially with the reviews that Expedition 33 is getting, I feel like it's going to be successful whether or not Oblivion came out.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
They might be, and oh well. It doesn't matter because they're both on Game Pass. Right. I think if Game Pass didn't exist, this could have been a really bad thing. Bad thing, maybe not. Like maybe bad for me personally because I want to do both. Right. Yeah. Like they probably would have both been day one purchases for me. They were both pre-downloads or I guess Oblivion wasn't a pre-download. Clair Obscur was a pre-download for me, and Oblivion the second I got home to be able to it was. So I don't think it's a big deal, and I'm excited that people are talking about both of them as much as they are.
Yeah.
That's never going to be a bad thing. So I think that's really cool. I want to point out what Freight Conductor said. He's like, I didn't realize how much I wanted the Oblivion remaster until it didn't drop on Monday. He took the words out of my mouth because just last week I was like, ooh, maybe summer would be better. But then when we didn't get anything on Monday, I was like, no.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for both of these games. Jose and I talked a little bit about, and I know we'll talk more about Clair Obscur later, but Bacon, I can't remember, and I'm really sorry. Is this your first time on Oblivion?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely want to know what you have to say then.
Before I throw it over to Bacon, though, I want to get Kevin Ainsworth in here. I'm so excited to get to Oblivion. It looks amazing. I've never played it. So similar to Bacon.
Go for Kevin.
I can't remember if you liked Starfield or not. I don't know. I'm very interested because I feel like Oblivion, right, as from what I'm seeing right now, is getting a lot of passes for very similar presentation and gameplay that Starfield got ripped apart for, because they're at its core, this is a Bethesda game and it plays like an old Bethesda game, like they say. But everybody's nostalgia and member berries is like, oh, but it's Oblivion. Okay, well then you'll probably like this. But even comparing it to Starfield, I love Starfield too. It's interesting. I'll leave. Let's just jump into it. Bacon, this is your first time playing. You are new to Oblivion. You've played Skyrim, never got through a substantial amount of it.
No, I'm at the end. I'm at the end of Skyrim. I rushed too far, and I'm under leveled to fight the final area.
But you are also like Kevin. You love Starfield, and I love Starfield. Starfield to me still has the best overall campaign and story. Side factions are better in other games, but gunplay I still think is the best in Starfield. You like Starfield. You are new to Oblivion. Tell me your thoughts so far in Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered.
Okay, I'm going to be honest here, gentlemen. Lock picking sucks. Worst mechanic of any game, anytime, anything I've ever played.
But you can max it out now.
Lock picking. Yes,
we saw the pro strat.
I'm gonna have to cheat to max it out. I currently have no lock picks. I wasted like 26 trying to get into one chest that gave me a potion and 20 points.
So you're begging for DigiPix.
I am.
Wait, Bacon.
That's
That's
a
the good
low
news.
bar.
As you can see, from Oblivion to Skyrim to Starfield, they have done a good job improving the lockpicking system in every game. And I feel like Starfield's is fun.
I hated Skyrim's lockpicking as well, but absolutely love Skyrim's lockpicking compared to Oblivion's lockpicking. It's heinous. It's heinous, guys.
Wait, Bacon. Explain how you can max it out. There's a short going around.
You just mash the X button or the A button, or is it push up on the stick?
Emotionless Taco. I broke 4 picks on the first easy lock trying to remember how to open the damn thing. No, you have to. Here's the pro strat, you guys. Get to an average or higher lock. It doesn't matter. You figure out the first one. Get the first one clear to the top where it sticks. Then you just start spamming A. Just spam A on that first lock, and you'll hear it. You're leveling up, and you can max it out in like 20 minutes or something. So pro strat, clear the first one, stay on that one, keep pounding A, smash that A, smash that space bar if you're on PC, and it will level up. It's incredible. I did it earlier in my stream. Bacon saw it. You can max it out, and then when you max it, only like one of them will fail if you break a lockpick, so you don't have to completely start over. So pro strat, you can max lockpicking easy, but that will also force you to level up a few times. Go ahead, Bacon.
Yeah, I've had them break on a 4-tumbler lock, and I almost lost it last night on it. And the bad thing is I haven't gotten any really good loot from any of these locks, so I'm just like, oh, this is worth it. Anyways, I'm having some issues trying to figure out quests. There's not a whole lot of hand holding. I'm currently doing one where I got to swim in a lake, kill fish, steal the fish scales, and give it to a retired fisherman so he can retire fully. I've killed like 19 fish, collected a whole bunch of scales. Every time I go back to him, he's like, I need these scales so I can retire. So I just abandoned that quest. And then I did a bunch of exploring, and I'm like, oh, I need to go find my first gate to close. And as of this evening, when I came home, my wife said I was kicked up to my room so she could be on a meeting. And I was like, I'm never going to complain to go play video games. I did close my first gate. That part of the game was awesome. Running around in the fire, the lava, everything going on.
You like it at first, Bacon.
Yes, it turns into a bit of a slog, but
yeah. Now I'm clearing the town and the castle of the gate that I cleared. So I was actually getting ready to do the last part of that to finish that one off. It looks incredible. I haven't raised enough money to buy a horse, so a lot of running and a lot of fast traveling.
But you can sprint now, Bacon.
Yeah.
I can see why there's love for this game, and I can see why Bethesda has gotten the love they have. I was not like crazy sold on Skyrim, but I see how back in 2006, how good this game was for everybody. I was trying to decide if this is a remake or a remaster. Now that I'm seeing it, it's a remake. Just
I disagree.
I think they could have done more in the combat if it was a full remake.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's a remake, because the combat is
I'm saying I think it's a remaster, not a remake.
Okay.
When I saw the reveal, I'm like, that looks a lot like a full-on remake, but I don't have nothing to judge it on.
Yeah.
So it is a remaster because
it seems like
right.
I think it was Maddie and Cog, or I don't know, I think it was one of them listening. It's like a remaster and like a quarter remake or something, like 3/4 remaster, 1/4 remake, because like they did add some quality of life things. It's still okay. Emotionless Taco is still on the 2006 engine, so definitely remastered. It still feels old, but there are just slight things. The combat still is not very good. That's my impression right away, Jose. I haven't said anything, but like I still think, I'm like, man, Skyrim's is still better, right. and then Avowed destroys Skyrim's combat in my eyes. So
yes, it's not even close.
I'll talk about the combat. Keep going.
And it just sucks because I don't have a frame of reference like you guys do.
Yeah.
You two. So Jose is going to be like me, like, oh, all right. No, it's pretty good. So it's something I'm going to finish. It's something I'm going to go for the 1,000. I doubt it because
it's easy.
I'm having so much trouble getting normal quests done. I have no idea where to go. I had to go follow a merchant to see where he was buying his goods. And the dude went into an office, and I just stood in that office, and he stood there and didn't move for like 40 minutes. And I'm like, bro, are you
classic Oblivion, guys?
Like, I have to follow you so I can find out where you're buying these weapons from. And the dude just stood there. And every time I talked to him, he said the same thing to me. Little word of advice: if something's red, when you look at it, don't pick it up. You will get arrested instantaneously. I got arrested twice in the first 10 minutes and had to pay fines to get out of jail. So,
Bacon will help you.
Here's
a pro strap. Here's a pro strap for Bacon. Bacon. There's this website called the UESP. It's the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. Get used to that right away. It lists every quest, every action. It tells you step by step. It's been there for decades now. Amazing website. There's also one for Skyrim. It will help you on just type in UESP in the quest. It'll tell you everything you need to do, possible glitches, stuff like that. Get used to going there. I remember going there back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get used to the UESP. All right, the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages.
There's this thing called the internet.
It's incredible, though, you guys. Oh my god!
I got like 9 active quests going on right now, and I haven't finished one of them. So I just went to close that gate. So I was hoping it would open things up a little when I closed my first gate, and I'm like, oh, all right. So it's fun.
Think about when we had Logan on to talk about Avowed, and one of the things he said was he was like, I love how it isn't punishing me for doing the things that I want to do in the game. I immediately thought of like Oblivion and Skyrim, where it's like, hey, you want to steal all this stuff? Here it is. Come steal it. Come steal. Oh, and you're arrested.
Yeah,
and
that's like the opposite.
That's one of the worst things. I'm out of lockpicks, so I've gone to like 17 vendors to try to buy lockpicks. Can't buy them. Come to find out, I got to be a member of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, sorry, and that's really tricky. And so there's another thing, Bacon. You'll start that Thieves Guild quest in Pro Strat for everyone new to the game, and you'll go to the meeting spot to join up, and the guy's going to be like, "I don't trust you," and you're going to be like, "Well, what do I got to do to get you to let me in?" You have to raise people's disposition a lot in this game. So you got to figure out that speechcraft stupid mini game, Bacon, or get used to start bribing people like me and getting their disposition above 70, and then they'll start talking to you.
Oh,
like there's all these little things.
Is the goal.
Yes, usually it's 70 or above, and you're gonna have to. It's such a pain in the butt, Bacon. I just started bribing people. I have no money because I'm just bribing people all the time, and these are little things that you're talking about that people are not going to know unless you go to the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages, uesp.net. And that's the only reason why I knew that. There was also that quest, remember I told you, where I went to a town, got rid of their invisibility, but if you don't have a special ring on, it dropped my luck by 50 points. I had to reload like an hour back, guys, because I was like, why is my luck why is it damaged to 11? If you don't know that, it's going to happen to you too. So there's all these little things.
And luck really does matter in that game.
Yes, luck does matter in this one. You want to have a higher luck. So there's so much to talk about with as far as quests go. So Bacon, closing thoughts on... Oh, I want to ask you, Bacon, what do you think about how people have the nostalgia lenses for Oblivion and then Starfield got ripped apart for basically very similar structure?
It's crazy because I see so many similarities in all these games. The little bit I played to Fallout, a lot I played of Skyrim, and loving Starfield, I see everything that Bethesda's done, their entire progression of their games, becoming a new Bethesda fanboy simp. So it is wild. There are loading screens absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's
every room I go into is a
Starfield.
loading screen. Every door I open is
and it's worse than Starfield.
Right.
It takes longer.
It's a very fast loading screen. I'm like, whatever. But yes, all stuff that they got nuked for now, if it is truly still on that super old engine, if the creation engine, I assume, then I guess that makes sense. So could this have been better off as a full remake? I don't know. I guess time will tell. But there's too many negative people in gaming.
Yeah, bring on the Fallout 3 remaster. Yeah, it's coming. Emotionalist Taco. Biggest power move was including all the DLC. Is all the DLC in there? Is Knights of the Nine in this?
Yeah, they said that in there.
Yes.
It is? Knights of the Nine is in this? Oh, I didn't know that.
I can't figure out where the armor I bought is, or the horse armor I bought. I have no idea where that's at.
Yeah, I don't know. One thing I did want to comment on, you said achievement. Guys, the achievements are easy. They did a great job with this list. Yeah. This is like a PS5 list. All you have to do is
just do all the
missions. You do all the factions. You do Fighters Guild, Majors Guild, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, main quest, Shivering Isles, Arena, and I think that's it. Like it's it is so much better than the original one, because the original ones you probably had to get like the Daedric artifacts or that stuff. This is an easy 1,000 out of that. You just get to play it. Just play all the factions. You can easily get it. It's just a little time consuming. Go ahead, Chance.
I was glad you said that, because I'm gonna be a little pissed if you were talking shit about the achievements, because I think they are so perfect. I'm glad most games don't do this, but for a remake, it's perfect. They're saying play the game.
Play the game.
Play the game.
Play the factions.
Enjoy the game. Do the things. Yeah.
Yes.
Here's
I think they nailed
everything we
I think
have
they
to
nailed
offer. That you still play however you want to play. It's not like you also have to play as a mage and you have to play as a stealth and you have to. It's just play the game and you will get them all. Again, wouldn't want that in every game, but I think it's perfect for a remake like this. So
I think they nailed it. I completely agree. So quickly, my impressions of the game so far, as coming from somebody who played the original Oblivion when it came out, every achievement, obsessed with the game, Jose. I've played this game so many times. I even got to the point, Chance, where I was maximizing my character to do efficient leveling. Yeah. So I did it to where like I got every stat to 100. Like that's how obsessed I was. Yeah, it's insane, you guys. Like I was obsessed with Oblivion. So basically you have to do +5 on things, +5, and then +1 on luck. But they've changed the leveling. You can't do it quite the same. But anyway, that's how obsessed I was. I remember I probably still have a save somewhere with my guy who's like maxed out on everything, which is
Did you go Dark Elf on that playthrough too?
Probably. I tend to do the Dark Elf.
The old Bosmer, huh?
No, Bosmer's the Wood Elf.
That's what I meant. The old Mesmer.
No. Altmer is High Elf. What is a Dark Elf?
See, you don't know either. Are you sure it's not?
I can't
Bosmer?
remember. No, Bosmer is the Wood Elf. Game positive. Sorry, game positive. The deluxe armor is awarded through a quest. Dunmer, that's what it is.
Of course, it should.
Thanks, Motionless Taco. I couldn't remember. And the achievements are the same as the 360. Is it really, Eric? They were all quest related.
I couldn't.
Maybe
remember.
okay. I mean, maybe you're right. I mean, maybe I'm thinking of Skyrim where you had to get all this stuff. I probably am thinking of Skyrim, but that's, I mean, great. I think they nailed it. Freight Conductor, Dark Elf is the best. Perfect for an assassin. I'm an assassin. And by the way, also I'm so much of a pro gamer, Jose. I made my own custom class. I don't do the pre ones they give you. I select my top 2 things and then my 10 powers. I created a Warlock is the name of my class. Warlock. And he's a spell sword.
Nerd alert!
But, so as far as remaster remake, I think this is more of a remaster. There's slight gameplay remake additions to the combat. Chance, do you remember? Could you not block in the first game? Because I feel like they made a big deal about that.
Like my shield doesn't do anything.
I can't remember, man.
You're still like just barely hacking away. Yeah. It's not like the most entertaining combat. I always thought Skyrim's was much better. Graphics are incredible. Lighting. So here's what I'm doing. I'm on my 4090. I'm running it on high.
4090.
Or sorry, 4080. 4080 Super, sorry.
Okay.
4080 Super. I'm running it on high, full ray tracing option, whatever it is, Bacon. I have that set to high.
That's great.
I'm on high. I'm getting about 60 FPS. The lighting in this game is phenomenal. I love everything that they've done graphically. It looks absolutely fantastic. No complaints. I did have 2 big crashes at the beginning. Right at the beginning when you're in the sewers and you're saving the Emperor. But I think it was because I was staying in a certain area and I was just killing guys over and over again instead of going to the Emperor to progress the quest. And I think it was crashing because I had too many dead bodies that were piling up in a room, and I shouldn't have been there, and they shouldn't have been there. So after that, I haven't had a single issue. So I'm pretty sure that it was because I was spamming and just sitting there, and there's just hundreds of bodies of these guys because they just keep coming in there, and I just kept spamming my magic on them. But other than that, performance, Bacon, I'd like to hear what you think about it too. I'm sure your 59er is killing it.
It's not.
Okay.
I'm 80 or 90 frames. I'm not using frame gen or anything like that.
But you're on ultra everything.
I'm
right?
ultra maxed out.
DLSS?
No.
See, so I have DLSS on high. I tried to run it natively at 4K, and I was like at 40 FPS. It was not.
Yeah, they
good,
got to do some optimization. We haven't gotten drivers from NVIDIA for this one yet. So,
and I actually heard, Bacon, that somebody was saying that they actually turned off DLSS and put FSR on, and they were getting better frames on FSR. So still some optimization.
But I've had one fatal error that crashed out when I was right next to a wall, chasing, like running around a wall to get into a town. And then I know Deja Vu's had a couple fatal errors too. It's early. This happens. It's nothing to freak out about. They'll fix it.
Yeah. I mean, but overall, for the most part, I'm getting above 60. If I turned off ray tracing, Jose, I'd easily be over 60 at like ultra.
But it
like,
looks
of
so
course.
good with ray tracing.
But I do like seeing that. And
God rays coming through the trees and the leaves.
yeah, exactly. Like you do, especially in like rooms and on people's
shadow
faces.
from the-
I've noticed on the lighting on people's faces when they're talking to you. So I'm like, I'm gonna
And
have
like
to
a
keep it
torch
on.
burning on the side and seeing the light cast from the torch.
Silk in it says you made modders to fix it. I'm not going to do any mods. I don't want to. Jose, go ahead.
A question about the ray tracing. What is the minimum specs for the game? Like I know you're running very high end stuff, but do you know what the
it's
low end
only
specs are?
2080, I believe.
Yeah, it's not very high, but you can toggle the ray tracing. Like it's similar to Indie, where it's like you can turn it. It's like full on or full off.
Okay.
And it looks great with it off. Like I'll be honest, like if I could turn it off, but
Do
like
it, Dan.
I know I've kind of
where you're
appreciated, like I
going.
said, Jose, I've noticed the lighting in this, especially like I said, when you're interacting with people, that's where I see it. So overall, I'm really enjoying it. And I feel like, Jose, this is a game I can play like mixed in with other games. But like right now, I just want to play it. Like Final Fantasy 16, I'm closely in. Sorry, novel movie Final Fantasy 16. I'm not going back to you anytime soon. I'm going to take my time with this, enjoy it. I am on the UESP. I have it pinned on my Google Chrome right now. It's called, the article is called, it's Oblivion. It's called Oblivion Quest Timing. So on this webpage, it's kind of got like a roadmap of when you want to do certain quests. And I'm trying to kind of follow that for my canon run to do it, to optimize when I should do quests, what guild I should do at what time, because certain stuff you get is leveled. The higher level you are, the better the reward. And this is just going to be like my relaxed, do everything playthrough of Oblivion. So I'm enjoying it. I still think they could have done a lot more for combat. That brings me, I guess, to my closing point of this is like, I really, really hope they got to add more to the combat. They have to add more to the combat for Elder Scrolls 6, especially
For 6,
after
you mean?
playing
Yeah,
Avowed.
okay. Gotcha.
After playing Avowed, not having the dodge chance or the ability to switch between like guns, magic, the impact of all the stuff. Avowed's combat, wow, I really underrated. Like even though we all loved it and said that was the best part of the game, I feel like I'm going so far backwards playing Oblivion right now, Jose.
I mean, you are, and that it's okay.
Yeah. Freight Conductor, Stealth Arch all the way. I tried that Freight Conductor. I switched. I'm like, I was a ranged guy in Avow. I was using pistols the whole time or bow and arrow. I'm like, I'm going to go spell sword. I'm doing magic. And because to be honest, I always thought the magic has sucked in Oblivion. Nothing compared to Skyrim. So I'm doing both.
And there goes Dan's attitude for the rest of the
Set it off. Set him
Oh
off.
my God. Well, shout out to Joe. I'm listening to the podcast while playing Forza Horizon 5 on the best place to play on the PS5 Pro. Yeah, it's so funny that every time he says that, best console experience, yes. The best place to play? No, all of our PCs destroy what you're playing right now. But I'm glad you're enjoying your PS5 Pro,
Isn't
Joe.
the Series X too?
Yeah, Joe, just checking to make sure. Have you paid your PS Plus subscription for the month? Because those are pricey.
Remake a character, Silken It. Yeah. So speaking of Silken It and speaking more importantly of Freight Conductor, Jose, take it away with Freight Conductor and his Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion secret that you have to share with us.
Yep. So want to very quickly send a huge shout out to Freight Conductor here in the chat. Also, one of our more recent listeners. It's been great having him. Very, very grateful for his.
Joe likes. I'm pretty sure Joe likes to call him FR8 Conductor. I'm pretty sure he mispronounced his name a few times.
They also call Nissa Nisa as well.
Yeah,
for the record.
even though Nissa is repeatedly saying Melissa Nissa.
like
but
Melissa.
okay.
But shout out to Freight Conductor. He reached out to me today and he very, very generously donated a Oblivion remaster code for the show for us to give out. He very much appreciates our goal to try to get to 500 subs. We're at 385 as of the start of the show, so we are making our way ever closer there. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk a little bit later in the show about how we're going to give that away. So stick around. It'll be a little closer to the end, but I do want to very quickly say thank you to Freight Conductor. We really appreciate it, man. We say it all the time. Like, this has been one of the best communities that we've all found, as we've got into our adult age, not just with the other, friend podcasts, but also just the people that come and hang out. Like, we're all similar. We love gaming. We all have lives outside of it as well, but we're also very, very grateful. So if you want to find out how to win that, stick around. And if you can't, because things are, life happens and it's late different times.
Keep an eye out for a short, right, Jose?
Keep an eye out for a short as well. But we'll talk more about that later in the show. Freight Conductor, thank you so much, man.
Shout out Freight Conductor.
Heck yeah. And thanks for always writing in and stuff too.
Yes, Freight Conductor. Somebody mod Freight Conductor. Nissa, did you mod Freight Conductor yet? I need someone to mod him. Perma mod Freight Conductor, number 3 fan up there with Nissa and Todd and Eric, number 4 or 5. Top 5. Okay.
Top 5.
Shout out though, seriously, Freight Conductor. We really do appreciate that. We're planning on doing a short, and then if you guys want to win this code, watch the short. Jose will explain everything
we'll talk
later on. Was there one more comment I wanted to say?
Yeah.
What was it?
There was Jeffrey Hebel had a comment on the marathon short.
Oh, no,
we're not
shout outs. I was talking about
shout-outs
Oblivion and in the chat.
Yeah, what I meant to say was
that's what it was. Final Corgi. Corgi or Corgi?
I'm sure it's Corgi.
I always thought the magic was broken in really? I thought the magic was broken.
Labrador.
I thought the magic was broken in Skyrim. I thought it was terrible in Oblivion.
Sorry, Dan. We're off the rails now. Schnauzer.
That was way too loud, Jess.
I know.
That was very loud.
God, blow out our ears. All right, let's move on to news story number 2. Expedition 33 is here, and it's getting amazing reviews. Who here is planning on playing this first for us? Okay, go ahead.
Try Chance, because I'm not going to play tonight.
I mean, try to play first. You know what that means. That means it's probably not going to happen. But it was so interesting because my little brother, Cordy Morgs, he texted me. God, was it yesterday or Tuesday? He's like, you see all these reviews for this 33 game? And I was like, I knew where he was going with this. I was like, don't you even start. I was like, obviously you listen to the show, so you're well aware of, you're trolling me right now, right? Of course he was not. He had no idea what it was, had never heard of it. What is this? Is it like a JRPG or what? I was like, well, it was made in France. But so not at all. I told him what I had told Jose earlier, that, like I said a few months ago after that developer direct, that if this game hits the way it says it's going to, which is turn-based combat with some active elements and just some more pizzazz, showmanship, whatever you want to call it, and has a killer story, they've got me in for Game of the Year running. And it sounds like not only does it do that, but it absolutely crushes it, and then some, and then more. So I am so excited. I have no idea how I'm going to fit all these games in. I'm just excited, though, that it's getting the praise that it deserves.
Well, lucky for you, I was listening to Maddie say, and he said he took his sweet time. It's like around 30 hours. So it's not like a massive.
Yeah.
But I mean, looking at this Expedition 33 reviews on Shinobi, you usually post a bunch of reviews: 10s, 9.5s, 9s, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5. Metacritic 92, OpenCritic 92. I don't know if they're still there, but like 90s. As we speak, one of the top rated games of the year. I'll be honest, you guys, I remember seeing this and thought it was going to be good, but I didn't know if I had necessarily confidence that a smaller team was going to be able to pull it off. And it looks by all accounts that they've absolutely killed it. And this is, a lot of people are saying Game of the Year nomination. A lot of people are saying it's like Eric, I'm pretty sure, said it's his Game of the Year so far.
Joe just said the same thing.
Joe just said, my JRPG guy. Yeah. So silking it. It has some great French swearing in it. 10 out of 10. Shout out to Diego.
Oui.
Nailed it.
That's not the correct sequel.
So this for me, after playing so much Final Fantasy, I can't do another JRPG like right now. Apparently, I'm going to have to get to this down the road, but I'm in no rush. I'll do Oblivion for us first. Jose, are you going to play this first? Because I know you were super pumped about this.
I really am. And I haven't feel like I haven't played a good like turn-based RPG, honestly, since Remake. And I haven't played Rebirth, to be fair. That's like on my list of stuff to do. I didn't play Baldur's Gate. And so I really am really excited about this. Partially, if I'm being very honest, I really like that it's a new IP. Like it's not that I'm pumped for Doom. Like I'm absolutely stoked for Doom. I loved South of Midnight, but it's just, I'm really excited that we're getting some new stuff into the gaming world. And I like that it's kind of in a different realm of the world. Cause like, honestly, like a French game, we just don't get a lot of French games in mainstream media. But everything I've seen looks really cool, man. It's one of those where, like I said, this is my only game that I'm going to play until we get to Doom. And I imagine I'm going to enjoy it quite a bit. I mean, some of the overworld stuff I saw with like that big dude.
Just
like,
the general premise is pretty sweet. Like that, I keep forgetting about that. Like that's a pretty cool idea.
It is. So I'm actually very, very excited, man. I would have jumped in tonight. Like that's absolutely what I would have done. But for those who don't know, and I've said it before, like this is the night that I edit a lot of our stuff. It's just easier for my schedule. So I will do all that tonight. I will definitely be jumping in tomorrow. It's funny. I laugh about it. Victoria was asking me like, have you guys been playing COD? And I was like, no, like we're not. Like that season has passed, because now, I mean, we will still play occasionally, but now that we're in Oblivion and now that we're in Expedition and then Doom, like that is where I think a lot of our time will be. I mean, we'll still find time to game together. We're obviously in Discord chat together, that kind of stuff. But I really
even
think,
Deja Vu, Jose, I know he's back. He was in Oblivion.
He was, dude. I fully thought he was going to still be dropping into Warzone, but no, he had jumped into Oblivion. So it feels really good. Like I just want to end my piece with this, like Dan said, and I'm not going to get necessarily as like vocal as he did. It just feels good to be a year ago where we were with games. You think about like Redfall was still a mess. We kind of knew about indie, but not really yet. I mean, like things have just come so full circle around that it feels really great to be a gamer, not just an Xbox fan. I mean, it is, but like really just to be.
Oh, but Jose, what am I supposed to do? There's too many games. Bacon. Before I throw it over to you, Frankenduchter said Metaphor was a good turn-based game. Frankenduchter, I've only played. What was the one I played? Not Metaphor. The other one by Atlas.
Oh, you're thinking Persona.
Persona.
You played Persona
3 Golden on PS Vita. I got really far in that. Never complete it. Or was that Persona 4? That was Persona 4.
I thought you played 3.
No, it was Persona 4 Golden, and I got
On
really
Vita?
far. Yeah, Vita means life. So there's another one, Frankenduchter, that I've always wanted to play, but the daily schedule thing, I don't know, Chance. You did you beat it?
Never played.
Oh, you still haven't played them? That's right.
Nope. And I know,
so shocking. I'm so shocked.
They just really don't though. Like they're not my thing. Sorry.
He's a big JRPG guy, but
I
apparently
am, but
only a Final
it's
Fantasy
like,
JRPG guy.
I have never watched more than 3 minutes of any anime ever, and to me,
that's very okay.
It's more like an anime than it is like a Final Fantasy. So
yeah, Gentle Stone, great point. I'd rather have to be picky than to starve when it comes to getting
Fair.
Base Gentle Stone.
Yep.
Nissa Hauer, I'm going to play Clear Obscure later, and I can't get into another heavy game after South. Yeah, Nissa was talking to me about that after South of Mid. And Silken It, don't you guys have a backlog? What meme is he talking
I
about?
imagine it like an Xbox talking to a PlayStation, being like, "Wait, you don't have a backlog? You only have one game worth playing?" Like that's the way I took
That's a good one.
I think
I heard the story is really good, Nissa, and Expedition. Mr. Maddie was talking about that too. Also, his game of the year. Bacon,
Broncos on the clock, traded out of the first to the Chiefs for a fourth in 2026. It's happening right here. A fourth and a third.
I'm currently watching. Not happening.
Man, that's a bummer, guys.
Go ahead,
I'm
Dan.
really sorry to hear that.
Go ahead, Dan.
Bacon. Are you going to play this game, or are you going to do Oblivion first? Finish that.
I'm really torn. I want to show respect.
You pre-downloaded, right?
Yes, I'm downloaded, ready to go, updated. I know Oblivion's never going anywhere, leaving. This isn't PlayStation, who removes their games from their subscription services.
He's got to get it again, guys.
Every couple weeks, they remove their own games that they own. They take it out.
Rest in peace, Resistance. Am I right, Eric?
Right. I had to get that in. So part of me wants to get into Expedition 33. It's not like I'm going to forget how to play Oblivion. I know what it's about. I know what it's doing. So I probably will, and hopefully get a couple updates and patches to kind of fine tune the performance of Oblivion before I jump back in. So I might start that tonight because it was my most anticipated game next to Doom. So
yep, same.
I think I'm actually going to jump in tonight.
Bacon, what if you forget how to do the lock picking?
I never knew how to do the lock picking, so that's not a problem. I'm just going to put it out there. It's a terrible mechanic.
Zing.
It can be frustrating.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was just going to say, Bacon, that really quick, I think you're making the right call. You can always come back to Oblivion.
Yes,
it is
it's
an older
never
game.
leaving the service, and I want to show respect to Expedition 33.
Jump into Expedition. We need more people playing it, because I'm not going to. Go ahead, Chance.
It's fine. We're good. It's fine. Did you notice though? I keep waiting to see if you notice my new addition back there.
Did you get that, Dan? You should get that one.
That's Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the classes, and then I got
that's what I said.
Resident Evil. Down there
Umbrella. That's easy. So, I was gonna say. I mean, the wall looks amazing. You need to have that prominent in your background at all time.
Until it's done, it's gonna.
That's pretty sweet already. This is incredible. All right. Anything else on Expedition? Are we good?
Just very excited, man. Very excited.
The intro made Silkenit cry. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Everyone go play. If you want to cry, go play The Walking Dead Season 1. Jose, why don't you take it away on your Switch 2. Guys, the Switch 2 pre-orders went live last night, and let's just say only one of us was able to secure a pre-order. So, Jose, take it away. Talk to us about your Switch 2 heinous pre-order fiasco experience.
So I'll try not to make this super, super drawn out, but just for a very quick background, about a week ago, I went to my wife. She's sitting on the couch over there. And I was like, look, I know I don't really play Switch, but our daughter Penelope, she's 10. She does play a lot of Switch, and she's getting into games, and that's definitely something I would like to feed. And I was like, I'm going to try to get one. And I told her, I said, it's not cheap. I probably am not going to get one because of they're just going to be very hard to get, but I'm going to try. And she was like, of course, babe, have fun. Good luck. And so last night it was like 9:30 and I set a timer and just said that's hilarious. So good. It's getting Joe in the chat. Fantastic. I sat down and I was kind of like, even though shout out to Project X Talk, Kevin. I don't know if you're still here. He had a really great short on what you should do for pre-orders. There was a lot of information about how to do this. And if I blanked about everything. I was just like, oh crap, I don't know what to do. And so we have a red card, which means we spend a lot of money at Target. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start at Target because I might be able to get a tiny bit of a discount. And at the same time, I had open Windows.
Wait a second, Jose. We got to get this bot out of here. Somebody permaban DevMods Lozano. Permaban right now. I need to see him out of the chat. Shout out to Kevin Ainsworth as well.
I didn't even
Welcome
see
back,
that person.
I don't see it either.
I
think it's on your Twitch, Dan. It's coming from your
Oh,
Twitch.
shit, yes, I get on my
going.
Twitch channel and permaban that bot.
So anyway, I had Windows open for Walmart. I had Windows open for GameStop, and then I found out they were later, and also Best Buy was later. But it was basically Walmart, Target, and Amazon. I also found out Amazon was not it. So right at literally 10 o'clock, I had my watch ready. I had everything ready in Target.
Why didn't you remind us, Jose?
I know.
Well, none of
That
you
would have
said
been
you
friendly.
wanted it. You all of you
'cause I
said
was
you didn't want it. And anyway, so I literally
We were in
hit the
Oblivion,
button
distracted.
as soon as it happened, and instantly Target said pre-order sold out. I'm talking 1 second refresh. It was sold
Really?
out. And I was like, good God. And so thankfully I clicked Walmart right away, and it was like, all right, you're in line.
I was in line all night.
That's what I was like, all right, I guess I'm just going to hang out here. And then same thing, I forgot about Best Buy, so I pulled up Best Buy real quick. Same thing there, and it just kept refreshing. And you're gonna laugh at me. I was watching Power Rangers over here on this monitor just because I needed something to do other than just click refresh and refresh. And so eventually, after about 20 minutes, the Target one started kind of letting me in. It would let me enter my name. Then I had to refresh a bunch. Then it would let me enter my card.
Or you mean Walmart?
No, Target.
I think that was sold out.
That's what I thought too. And then it was pre-order, and I started the process. And so after about 20 minutes, I got through on Target, and I literally got my order in, and I was like, I didn't know what to do because me and Logan were chatting in the Discord and stuff, making jokes and stuff.
What time was that? How long had you waited? Do you know?
I can tell you right now from last night. But literally, like I was shocked. And then right after I got it, while I'm looking here, he was like, "You should be careful. Joe just got his in Target, and then it got canceled." And so I started like panicking, and I was like, "Oh God!" And so I kept going on the other ones, but ended up all being 100% legit. And like I just didn't get the email for like 2 hours, and then I didn't get anything anywhere else either. So that is how I got mine, dude. But it's like I'm shocked because literally I got to the point where I had all my information in the page. It was like, here's your cart number, here's the total. And I kept hitting like order and nothing would happen. And I hit order and I'd see like a little spinning circle for half a second and nothing would happen. And then I'd hit it and it would just kind of spin for like 30 seconds and nothing would happen. But it wouldn't change the page. So I just kept clicking it for literally about 45 minutes. And I was like getting ready to go to bed.
45 minutes and he got through.
And then finally, literally after 40, like at one point I just looked over and it was like, "Congratulations, your thing will be there in June." And I was like, "What?" And that's when I was texting Logan, just kind of freaking out about the whole thing. Here we go. I said it at...
Shout out Kevin Sia.
Well,
Jose's looking at that. Joe said, "I went to GameStop in my mall. There was a line akin to the original iPhone being revealed. I
that's
shit
wild.
you not." And still
really
getting
cool.
it. I took it took 2 hours for Best Buy Canada to fix their website, and I could pre-order the console. Well, good for you.
Yeah, I mean, so 1036.
Jade Barron,
1036 was when I finally got
quarterback,
my...
Texas.
What is Chance talking
The
about?
Broncos picks coming in.
Okay.
Boring.
So here's what I'd say. What I'm kind of I think is stupid. How have we not fixed this system? I'll tell you
completely
this,
agree.
dude. Like I remember doing this in COVID for the Series X. Like I remember,
And it was not this bad.
No. I mean, and to be fair, it was kind of all the things they didn't spread out the times, and maybe that's what helped. I don't know, but dude, it was just absurd how quickly their websites just folded. And I think what's crazy to me is like, this is not the first time they've done this with games, and these are like major brands. It's not like I got this from some like Etsy seller or you know what I'm saying. This is like they're probably some of the strongest security in the world, and it was just chaos, dude. And like, I mean, it was again one of the nice things about a community like this is like there's people to commiserate with, and like Anubis, shout out to Anubis over on the XP Discord. He's like Best Buy's open, and so I jumped over there and got in that queue too. Like people were trying to help each other out, but like I've also was crazy this morning. I was scrolling through Blue Sky a little bit when I was posting one of our shorts, and like it's kind of crazy how many people didn't get an order of like kind of big names. And I'm talking big names in our circles, right? I'm not talking like Phil Spencer. I'm talking like who was it, like not Paris, but it was someone like Paris that was like or it was Lamar Wilson. If you know who Lamar was, like he didn't get a Switch and he tried for a couple hours.
I don't think Danny
last night.
Pena got one either.
Yeah, I mean, like it's kind of crazy how hard it is. So all in all, I'll just end
I'm
with
sure
I
they'll
feel
get one sent to him. Let's be real.
maybe I feel very fortunate. You know, I did get the confirmation email this morning that made me feel a lot better. So like it wasn't canceled. You know, and again, I should emphasize, I really bought this more for my children, as crazy as that sounds. Like I want to play with them. I'm actually really excited about Mario Kart. I know we didn't talk about that last week, but they did kind of a direct on it, and it sounds really cool, man. I think it's going to be really fun. But once I know more, I'll report back. But very, very fortunate that I got one, man. And if for the record,
This
if I-
day you're
if
only
I hear
buying
more-
one break. That
I
seems strange.
need a break.
I need
other
breaks
stuff.
and
Need
other
breaks.
stuff like that. Yeah, please.
Amazon
please give
didn't put
breaks.
them up until an hour or two after they were supposed to with the Xbox with the Series X.
Series X. Yeah, I remember that
It's
too.
weird
'cause I
that
got
Amazon
later.
is doesn't have it either. Like that's
Right.
a little strange. But anyway, I'm a little mad that I didn't get an email from Nintendo. I thought I met the criteria. I have a Nintendo Online. I have played. Maybe it wasn't the 50 hours. Was that what it was, Bake? Because I think your brother was talking about that. Maybe
Yeah, but
that's
he
it.
says he's not going to know till May 8th.
Yeah.
And
From
he's
I
he's a
signed up.
super
I
fanboy.
have played my Switch.
How
in the
does it
past
take
year.
them that long to figure? Like, what is the? I don't
I
get
don't
it.
know. I agree with Jose. I think it's been a nightmare. I think there should be way more options through Nintendo to buy it directly. Congrats to all the people who got it. I hope you use it. I hope it plays well. Jose, I initially wanted it like right away, but the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't need it. right
No, and I didn't either. That's why I said like to Victoria, and I haven't even told my daughters yet. It's a surprise because it's kind of one of those like I want to have it in hand before I say anything. Is that like it's not something we need. And again, there's a couple levels of that. Like again, we're very fortunate. Like we have plenty of stuff to play.
I've got so many.
Like
games
it's not
to
that,
play.
but it's one of those things where I felt like I needed to at least try, just because I was like, eventually it is something that I would love to have around. I'm sure they're going to want to play it. And it was, I in a weird way, I kind of just miss the fervor of like launches because we don't get them anymore. Like, I know that sounds weird, but like
Not
all
at
the
all.
games, we just get them digitally or on Game Pass, which is such a wonderful problem to have. But it was kind of fun for just that one night. And if I didn't get it, cool. I didn't spend $500. And if I did, cool. I got a Nintendo Switch too. So for all those people out there still trying, don't lose hope. I hope you get it. Shout out to Silk and he was able to get his. But once I know more, I'll definitely report back.
Shout out to Silken. I just received my confirmation email from Best Buy. A small weight lifted, to be honest. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
We good to move on? Anyone else want to add on that pre-order experience?
No,
Bacon?
I got on after you said something super late last night and played the game and tried to. But my brother just texted me and said he got his from GameStop. I'm surprised he was able to get in line and get it. And he says he's keeping all his stuff from Nintendo open and he'll get it and send it to my house and I'll just reimburse him. So hopefully that will get it to me sooner than me playing the game and trying to get a 5090. So
Yeah, my heart goes out to. Oh, I'm sorry, Bacon.
I said my original, I told myself I wasn't going to try to get one. And then Nintendo gets me every time. I'll try to get one.
My heart goes out to Eric. I don't know if Eric's still in the chat. Game Positive.
get one?
He sent us a screenshot of the prices of the games. The price of the Mario Party Jamboree, 115 Canadian. That is insane for the game. So sorry, Eric.
Yeah, but isn't that equivalent to what we've been playing here? Like it's
Right. The dollar's different.
I don't know, man. That still seems insane to me.
All right, let's move on to Nerd Chat shoutouts, Jose. Shout out to Freight Conductor 2 days ago on the Marathon Concern Short. Battle Royale was a niche until Fortnite came along. Then Apex pushed it even further. And then Jeffrey Heibel 2438 on the Marathon Concern Short. Marathon was literally the first game Bungie ever made, so this is just a remake of a low-quality FPS title from the 90s. And the best of TikTok this week that Jose pulled from @Morty on the Marathon clip. Halo was originally planned to be the fourth Marathon game after OG Marathon, Trilogy, Marathon, Durandal, Marathon, Infinity. Wow.
Is that
Didn't know
true? I thought that was interesting
Thank
if
you.
that was true.
And @Triforce Tryhard on Food Truck clip. Food Truck is right. Nintendo is now the games on the road, so that makes sense. And @Balls78 on future game prices clip. Nah, sorry. The industry gonna go $80 to $90 for games and make the Game Pass a reason to sign up and say, for $129 a year, get access to all these games.
He ain't lying.
And if
Shut
that's
up.
all it costs, yeah, $10 a month.
But
That's all it
I mean,
costs for us.
But you
on
think about
PC.
that after like April, after next month, when you literally can say like all the games since just from January. I mean, even if you have to pay $200 for the year, easily would pay that price for the games. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
I mean, this year Game Pass is absolutely insane what you're getting compared to what you would have paid for all of these. Fire Kingster, Bungie almost went bankrupt because of the original Marathon. Didn't know that either.
that's fascinating, man.
Well, Bungie might go bankrupt again, depending on because of how Marathon does here. So, have you guys watched any of the gameplay for it?
I have not.
The
A lot of people
alpha?
like it though, like in some of the other Discords. we've been in.
I've watched a considerable amount. It seems like a lot of looting and very little gameplay. I am concerned. I've not seen anything where I'm like, man, I need to play this. It's like I saw a game where all they did was loot. Like I'm like, what? Not even like I didn't even see any bots. I saw no players. They just looted, and then all of a sudden they died,
right?
and they were done.
Dan, you remember when Ains was saying how it was
Oh,
going?
snap.
And I was like, that sounds like a battle royale. I'm running. I'm the only guy alive. I'm running from another team. I'm like, that's a battle royale.
Yeah,
Like, it happens to me in Call of
but
Duty
the
every
stakes
night.
are higher, Bacon, because you'll
Is it?
lose your loot. You're
I
gonna
lose my
lose
loot
your
when I
loot.
die in Warzone. Like, It's
It
literally
happens often,
it
actually.
is literally
Oh,
a battle
man.
royale, and that is what marathon is.
Oh man, Silk. Yeah, we'll see, Bacon. I gotta play the beta whenever that comes. Silking It, the OG Marathon trilogy is free on Steam, by the way.
Yeah.
I should
good
check
to know.
that out. Maybe Fire Kingster. Yeah, the original was wiping people's hard drives, so the refunds cost them a lot of money. That's like, I've heard about that happening for other games too. That's funny. Guys, do we have any permabans or GGs for the week that they'd like to share?
Ooh, goodness.
Permaban online retailers.
All right,
Oh.
but yep. Permaban.
That's a good one.
Online retailers switch to pre-order debacle. I think we can all agree, absolutely terrible. Didn't seem like we got any improvement with the Series X, which seemed, and PS5 for that matter. I got like multiple PS5s and Series X's and flipped them. So I don't know what the hell's going on with Nintendo. Yeah, I agree. Permaban for sure, Bacon. Good call on the Switch 2 experience. And then we got to let's give a GG's to Xbox Game Pass. Let's be real,
Oh,
you guys.
yeah.
I mentioned it
Absolutely.
earlier. In the 1 month, we've got South of Midnight, Blueprints, Oblivion Remastered, Claire Obscure. That's insane. That literally is 1 month. And
insane.
then add in Avowed earlier, add in Doom coming.
Jones.
Indiana Jones has been there, but yeah.
This year, but it's like 4 months ago.
Half a year. Yeah.
Absolutely
incredible.
insane. So that's definitely, I think, as a collective, we can agree. Permaban GGs. Anybody else want to add any Permaban or GGs? Chance?
I do have a permaban. In my 15 years of being a high school counselor at Gateway, we've done a lot of interviews, and I'm pretty sure I've sat on every single counselor interview we've ever had. Obviously, not every
Adam
teacher.
Fall,
That'd
good
be
point.
insane. What?
Oh, I was talking about
Adam Fall, yeah.
I
yeah.
forgot. Or Claire
not-
Obscure. Yeah.
Not a single time in that entire decade and a half have I ever had a no call, no show. We had 2 for this last position.
Wow.
2 no call, no shows
Dang.
for
That's
interviews.
crazy.
And for such a small world as education is, I was like, you really don't think like we're not
Yeah,
gonna
wait, how could you not call it? Say, sorry, I
Hey.
can't make it.
and here I know obviously I'm not going to share details or anything, but I think it's fair to say, hey, if you have an interview somewhere,
Yeah.
don't no call, no show. Or when they call to offer you the interview, say, you know what, I'm actually not interested anymore. That's the kind thing to do. But
Yeah.
I don't want to be the
Getting
guy
ghosted
that's
for
like,
interviews. That's
oh,
awesome.
it's this new generation, right? But like, maybe it is. Is it? I don't know.
Next time you get a gap, call Joe. He'll jump in.
Well, Joe, in a heartbit, my friend, you're hired already. Come on out.
Well, you gotta have a
You do have to have a
Joe.
license.
So
I want to give a GG to Xbox for keeping the best secret in the world quiet until they shadow dropped Oblivion on us. I had no idea
was
that
it a
was coming.
Did they keep it
No idea.
quiet?
I had no idea that was coming. It was shadow drop.
the date, good point. We didn't know it was coming this week. Dinero Permas, the position's still open, but boy, come on, I'll send in my
Come in.
application. No, they're gonna have to settle for whoever they interviewed.
No, it literally is still open. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's
No
still
joke.
open.
Yeah,
you
come on.
do
move
need
on
a
out,
license,
bud.
you guys.
Valid in the state of Colorado, but how hard can this? Yeah. Funny.
It's technically
But-
just a test, so if you could do
yeah.
that.
Well, and you have to have a master's degree, but
Yeah, and you have to have like hours.
Are you
in
saying De Niro
experience.
doesn't
That's
have
why I
a
never
master's
did it,
degree?
guys.
No, I'm not judging.
I'm saying Matt, he has 2 master's degrees. He's so smart.
Silken had said, well, I learned that some of the new generation people find a dot at the end of a sentence offensive. Not surprised that they don't even call, they cancel and apologize. Yeah, dude, it's wild. It's like I saw like some Gen Z video where it's like we all of us, punctuation is terrible. We need to all write in lowercase, no punctuation. That is what's cool and attractive to women. Okay.
Ugh. Then
That's-
you know what?
And you have to make more than $100,000 a year. This.
Shut the up, Gary.
So that's what Gen Z women are looking for. So it's a good thing. We're elder millennials. Trophy room, master's degree. How long is it going to take? Like a week? I mean, you can start working on your own. Start online. Nissa realistically is probably, but I don't think it's the same license. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Probably
think
counseling.
Nissa,
license.
you have your LPC, right? LPCC, CLPC. She has
Remember learning cursive? Gentle Stone, we don't want to get rid of all of the Gen Zers on our viewers that watch the show. Come
Dude,
on.
Cora's learning cursive. Cora has
What?
cursive and Latin. Yep, I love it. It's
Good for
awesome.
her, man.
Wow.
That's shocking to
And
me.
she's in
that
third
she has-
grade.
I'm sorry, but what is the point of cursive? Let's be real. Sign your signature? Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
and because
When have you ever used it besides your signature?
When I signed my exactly right then. That's when.
Okay, I can teach Grayson cursive for his name, and that's all he needs. Let's
And you can
be
make it
real.
look real
LMHC.
fancy.
Yeah, licensed
calligraphy.
mental health counselor. Yeah.
I have one more GG to add as well.
Okay.
Shout out to
Sign
my,
your check. So who writes checks? Frank Conductor.
Actually, just did the other day. So yeah.
I know. It's
Yeah.
stupid. I hate checks. I hate them. Do you know what's the worst, you guys? Is we're at the grocery store and you're behind it all the and then you see them
They're balancing it. They're moving.
and
to the
then you see them
register
bust out the
and
old check.
making
We
sure
go,
to get that
oh,
logged in.
why did I pick this line?
Double tapping my phone. I'm like, come on, lady. I just
Oh,
need to-
what? How much is it again? Oh, we need an ID, ma'am. Can you write your name? Can you write your phone number? And then it's the worst.
I we
Ban
all
checks from stores.
we all know Dan would not wait in that line. He would literally back out his cart.
Bag it, bang,
push
bang,
people
pull it
out
off
of
the
way.
conveyor.
He loads
and
all
go
the
to a
stuff
different
back
one.
in his car.
Permaban checks. You got that right, sucking it. Permaban checks.
Fantastic. My GD, not permanent, is to my principal. So last week was actually National Assistant Principal Week, which probably is not a real week. And honestly, I don't take offense. But she said she forgot. And so today she bought us Chipotle for lunch. So I got a free Chipotle burrito and got to spend like 10 minutes eating with my coworkers, which we like never get to do, which was nice, man. So shout out to my principal.
Hell yeah.
Very nice, guys. Let's move on to what have we been playing and or watching. I've already really talked about Oblivion. It's amazing, but I want to talk about what I've been watching. Chance, have you started Last of Us season 2? Okay, well then never mind. I won't talk about it.
Yeah.
I've got some issues with the last episode. I think some of it was absolutely fantastic, specifically how they handled the end of that episode is all I'm going to say. There's a subplot going on while it's happening, Chance. I really need to know what you think about it because I am not a fan
I will.
of it at all.
It's happening. It'll be next. I promise.
All
I
right,
just
so
I randomly heard the little ee-haw, ee-haw, ee-haw.
Squid Game?
Yeah. and I was like,
You're watching that?
Yeah, I have
It's so
to.
good. Yeah, we're
I like
good.
season
I'm
two.
glad. That's great too. I mean, I can't argue with that. Shout out to Luke's mom, who's a very generous lover. Okay, that's a GG's to Luke's mom for the week. But other thing I want to watch that we're mentioning that we're watching, of course, I'm watching Bravo. We're back on the Bravo TVs, guys. In the Valley, so much drama going on with Jax and
Oh my
Brittany
God,
right
bro,
now.
and you're not
He's
watching
checking into
Mob
rehab. He might lose
Can
access
Joe and
to his
Luke-
son.
Is Mom be on that
Guys,
show?
I'm just saying, if you're not watching The Valley, you need to hop on that. Vanderpump fans, since Vanderpump's not around anymore, hop on over to The Valley.
Does she
Somehow
give
she's
you
got
checks?
covered. Oh, soaking it. Oh my God. Poor Luke's mom.
$10
Nissa
checks.
Power also wants to get into
Wait,
the
hold on.
permaban,
Hold
time
on.
gating, and battle passes. Yeah, Nissa was
gotta-
Wait, no, I gotta interrupt you first. I gotta say this. Nissa was talking to me about there's some weird time gate crap going on in Dreamlight Valley where she can only do so many things at once. Where I'm like, this is pissing me off, Nissa. What kind of a game is this? And it's a fully paid game, and she
Yeah,
can only do like so many things. So
Okay, that gives me
Nissa
a
wants to
GG.
permaban time gating and battle
I have a
passes.
GG. I have a GG for Halo and their battle passes. for
Yes,
not-
never ending. Never
Thank-
gets any credit. Somebody else says, "Oh, this is amazing. Why hasn't anyone else ever done this?" People forget poor Halo Infinite. Never ending battle passes. You got me. Joe says she gives me these warm candies and that she leaves for
butterscotch from
comfort.
her pocket.
No, they're the strawberry
The
ones.
strawberries. I was gonna say the strawberries. Those are so good.
Lex
Base
juice
strawberries.
Pineapple ones too. Pineapple ones are good.
I
Freddy
was gonna
Conductor,
ask,
is
'cause, like-
anyone else really confused by the Luke and at Trophy Room PlayStation Show family tree? Yeah, weird. Weird.
It's like a
stuff going
Venn diagram, bro.
on.
I don't think we should all just immediately accept
Is that
the
right,
fact-
Joe? I think
What?
it is. All right.
Venn diagram, yeah. We can't just accept that. So Silkenet says, "Does she give you checks?" I don't know that that's the way the transaction is going, is it? I gotta imagine it's the other way around.
Joe
Is
gives
it
her
not,
the
Joe?
check.
Yeah. Come on, Silkenet. Come on.
All right. Moving on. Jose, you said you haven't been playing much. Should we even go to you? Or?
So I played a little more Blueprints. Shout out to the Ally. It's a
You're
great game for the
sticking
Ally.
with it.
Well, it's my time has ended because now that Expedition 2 came out, I wanted to give it a little more. But here's what I will say: I got to day 26, I think is what I was on. So 26 runs, and here's what's kind of cool. Actually, I was totally surprised. My 10-year-old loved it. She really enjoyed sitting next to me and like the puzzle piece. And to be fair, we both like puzzles. I know you guys don't love puzzles. Chance does, but the other two,
Nightmare.
but
nightmare.
she really liked it, and it was easy enough for her to follow, and I was really controlling everything. So it might be something I'll go back to with her, but like my time. But here's what I will say: as I got from like day to 15 to 20 in this spot where I felt stuck. Like I was like, I can't do anything. Like I keep getting kind of the same spaces. I'm getting frustrated, and I think that's on purpose because after about day 20, some new stuff started happening that I really didn't trigger. I didn't do anything to like earn it, but it started progressing some of the story in the game. I unlocked like a garage where I could go outside and this like permanent room in the center. Like, so it's a cool one. Again, if you're a puzzle person, check out Blueprints. I agree a little more with Logan of the like, I don't know if I'd put this in the game of the year category. I think that's a little extreme, even though it's a cool game. Obviously a tiny bit of Warzone before all these games started coming out. It's always fun being back with the boys and laughing that we had some pretty sweaty lobbies. And then the other thing, still watching Gemstones, such a funny show. Mission Impossible. If you want to join us, again, me and Dan have only watched one. Like movie one, we're going to keep watching the rest of them until the launch. Dan's probably getting tickets on Monday for us.
Are they all on? Is it Paramount?
I think Amazon has them all.
I own them, so I just watched them on whatever. But yeah, I'm sure you can find them. And then the last thing, I did watch this movie I had never seen. It's an old horror movie, but it's called
Amazon Prime Chance.
It's called It Follows, and it's this horror movie where this like the short premise is that this girl hooks up with this guy, and then as soon as they do, he like kidnaps her and he tells her like strapped to this chair, hey, it's going to sound like I'm nuts, but I just passed something to you where someone is coming to kill you, and they will always be. They will I thought that too. I get the joke, but something will keep following you forever. The only way to get rid of it is to pass it to someone else. And I know that sounds. Jose. I understand.
But you were an educated man.
No, that doesn't stick with you forever. Trust me.
Sorry, syphilis.
Traces of it will.
But it was honestly way more creepy than I anticipated. It was one of those like I'd heard of it and I'd never seen it, but I like horror movies, and so I finally turned it on. It got me a couple times pretty good, man. So if you're into horror stuff, if you're not, don't watch it. You won't enjoy it. But if you are and you've never seen it, it was a pretty good one, man. So check out It Follows. Other than that, again, excited for Expedition 33. Gemstones, and I have not started Last of Us. My wife and I love it. We're gonna watch it. We just have been doing some other stuff instead, and so once I know more, I will join that conversation as well.
Sounds good. Silken said, I know somebody who's playing Blueprints with their 5-year-old, and the kid is the one taking notes and drawing schematics. It's so cool. What is this baby genius doing? My kids couldn't be drawing schematics and
get him on
notes.
Blueprints, bud.
Wow, that's impressive. Bubble Boy, what have you been playing or watching?
Started Rogue, Assassin's Creed Rogue, which I am referring to myself as Assassin's Creed 7, even though it's actually the 8th one released, because it is literally just a blend of 3 plus 4. It's like in the setting of 3, but with all the pirate ship stuff.
It really
4.
is.
And then they bring back all the characters from 3 and 4, all the secondary characters. So Adewale's there, Achilles is there. Which isn't a bad thing. That's not a knock on it, because those are all lovable characters. And that.
Just for background, this game was released the same time as 4 was, but 4 was Xbox One, PS4 only. This was a previous gen PS3 360 title.
Correct. And I thought I had played a whole lot more of it than what I did, but I'm like, I think 2 memories in, and I was like, this is all brand new. I maybe played the first memory, I guess, and stopped. So I totally understand why it's probably one of the lower ranked of all the Assassin's Creeds.
Because you play as a Templar in this as well.
It's there's a lot of different things to it. It's not spoilery for me to say too much of that, but I will reserve too much judgment because I want to be true to the rubric, but I'm plugging away at it. So, and then, like I said, Squid Game. So
nice. I'd like to talk to you about Squid Game season 2 whenever you get a chance. Bacon. Bacon, by the way, since you're watching the draft, is Shedeur Sanders going to get drafted in the first round?
I turned it off after the Broncos drafted.
Broncos with a no-name cornerback.
No name. Our defense wins championships, but
first
okay.
cornerback
Bacon.
off the board, so he has to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
He's
no,
right.
Travis Hunter was the first
Oh,
cornerback.
well,
There, you got me on that one.
dual threat. But
Zing.
good point.
We should have
First,
traded up.
CB only.
Derek Harmon, D tackle to the Steelers. That's where a lot of people thought should do.
Anyway, Bacon, what have you been playing and watching?
I got so excited with the Oblivion that I put down Spider-Man 2. I shouldn't do that. I need to finish that one, but I probably still have like 60 hours in that game. So I don't know. So I have been just playing Oblivion. I've been working 5 days a week because the schedule sucks, and anyone who works 5 days a week should find a new job. 4 days a week is the only way to do it. Tomorrow's my last day on this schedule. So boom, I can play some video games again. What I've been watching, and I have another permaban. I have a permaban for people who believe that video game adaptations to the big screen or HBO Max should follow exactly the story of the game, and it shouldn't alter at all. So permaban to you guys. I thought the second episode was freaking fantastic. Oh, they didn't do that much.
Dan got permaban?
There's not a
The
big
game did it better. The game's
not a big
done
war at
everything
Jackson.
better so far.
Oh,
Minus the
sorry.
Bills
Nissa.
episode.
What?
so good. The episode was so good. So good. And Mobland on Paramount Plus is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I need. Is it? That's good
It
to know.
is.
Me,
It's hard to
Tom
understand them
Hardy
because the
missed.
accents are really deep. Sometimes you're like, what did he just say?
Subtitles.
Pretty sure they're speaking English.
It's some pretty deep Scottish accents, bro. Trust me.
Gesundheit. Anything else? Anybody been playing or watching?
Oh man, it's a busy time of year.
All right. Gentlemen,
no, timeout. Sorry. Timeout. We forgot to give a huge shout out to Gabriel Landeskog, the captain of the
Who's that?
Colorado Avalanche, who
What's
has been
that?
out for the last 3 years. Listen, you don't have
apparently,
to be,
Bacon, he suffered a knee injury that nobody's ever come back from with this slice to his knee.
Yeah, you don't have to be a fan of hockey or the Avalanche to. If you should go out and watch the reception he got last night, even though they ended up losing. And as a father, they showed his daughter holding a sign that said, like, "I'm so proud of you, Daddy." And it was one of the, like, I teared up for sure. It was one of the coolest moments I've seen on TV in a long, long time. So
I second that.
Nuggets are down by 7 in the second.
yeah,
And that was at home, right, Chance?
yeah.
Home last night.
And they
So-
still lost with the boost.
Yeah,
Ooh, not
gosh.
good.
Stars have been in a lead for this series for an entire 1 minute and 2 seconds, and they're up 2-1. So the Packers just took Matthew Golden, wide receiver out of Texas, which
Okay,
is
who cares?
exactly who the Broncos should have taken. Go Pack.
Why?
We needed a tight end.
We have two good receivers,
We need a tight end.
Mims and Cortland.
All right, let's talk about.
Anyway,
some
guys, let's close the show like we always do with the best food we had this week. Also, for some reason, Joe wants a shout out to Joe from the trophy room. He wants a shout out. Where's my shout out? Okay. Guys, the best food we had this week. Jose, I need you to pull up the ticker and pull up the food. F for food, I believe. I need you to add 2 pizzas. Got Domino's. Tried that delicious Parmesan stuffed crust.
Yep. Getting that
Absolutely
Saturday.
phenomenal.
Can't wait.
So good. So good. Also, do the pan bacon, or not bacon. I do a pan barbecue chicken pizza. So you do the $7.99 carryout deal. You can't beat that.
I
Chance.
love a pan pizza, bud.
It's so good. But the best food I had this week, shout out to Easter Sunday, even though we get a bunch of heathens out there who could care less about the resurrection of JC. A lot of hatred I found out from Joe and a lot of others in our chat. But anyway, best thing I had this week was our Easter meal. Allie spent the entire day on Saturday hand making pierogies. I'm like, Allie, why don't you make it easy on yourself? Go to the pierogi factory and buy some pre-made
Or
ones.
Costco, they have them there too.
Or I didn't know that. Or Costco. And she's like, I'm never doing that again. But I have to say, it was absolutely delicious. We had pierogies, we had ham, mashed potato. It was a great meal. Shout out to my wife's pierogies, handmade, absolutely delicious. Bubble Boy, what about you? What was the best food you had this week?
Yeah, I went and tried I forget, this is terrible. I forget if it's called confetti cake or funfetti cake blizzard from Dairy Queen, and it slaps. So if you
It is
got
good,
a
you
minute,
guys.
yeah, if you got a minute, I
Have
remember.
you had the Funfetti cone?
No.
Oh no, Captain Logan's here. He's like, I'm late. Start over. I missed. Sorry, I have to watch the VOD.
We were talking about you earlier too.
things, I
All
promise.
good things. Yeah.
Have you had the cone though, Chance?
No.
Where they
Yeah,
dip the
yeah.
cone in the funfetti? Oh, that was a whole nother level.
And it's
Another one
exactly
gotta
what
try.
you would expect it to be. So please do it. It's worth your time, worth your money.
Fair enough.
Jose, what about you?
Nothing super crazy this week, but two notable meals. Last night I was helping my in-laws out with some furniture in their house, and my mother-in-law made me a burger on the grill, but it was like a fatty burger, like significantly thick. And so it was absolutely delicious. I have not had it's been a while since burger because we're not in burger season. So that was cool to start that. And then also shout out to my wife, which she made chicken Philly cheesesteaks, which are just like, it's a great meal to make at home. It's super actually not too bad for you and pretty easy to make, which is
Do you
great.
steakums too?
I don't know what that is.
You don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't know what steakums is. Steakums is like a frozen cheap frozen Philly cheesesteak meat that's like in these slabs that Allie introduced me. It must be a East Coast.
I've heard of them. I didn't know what they were.
Steakums. It's in your. Actually, it's kind of hard to find them. But by the way, quick update on Bubble Boy. It's called the Confetti Cake Blizzard.
Okay.
And there's also the Dairy Queen Confetti Cake Dipped Cone. You got to try that next
Dang,
if they still have it. I don't know if they have it.
Do they do the steakums and chicken or just steak though?
I think they might do both, actually, Chan. Or
Okay,
Jose, I think you
I'll
might
have
be
to check
right.
it out
So-
because I know
It's delicious. Try the steakums with the cheap steak. It actually slaps.
Dude, I love cheap steak. I'm not above that by any means.
Or meat product.
So shout out to that. And then the other thing, I didn't add it to the total because I know it's been banned by Dan, but like we actually had Papa Murphy's the other night.
Yeah.
Okay, Nissa permaban Jose and Papa Murphy's right now.
It's not. Is it good as
you know what?
Domino's? No. Is
It's
it
like
as good as Pizza
already
Hut?
in my mouth, and everyone's invited.
Oh,
Is it as good as
even Bacon
Domino's
said it
or
was worse.
Papa John's? No, but dude, I thought it was pretty
Totino's is
good.
better.
And for the price, it was
is.
actually pretty insane. So
It
that
the
is what
same
I've
price.
had this week.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh, we got to get that chat. What did B say? Oh, B had homemade baked potato soup with bacon and sharp cheddar. B, when are you going to cook for us? Well, that was supposed to happen for episode 200. I'm still waiting on that.
He can cook for me and Jose and Bacon when we hit 500 and you have your JVCs.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Captain Logan, by good things you mean of photoshopping Phil Spencer following us on Blue Sky.
I don't get it.
It was in the Discord. I thought it was hilarious.
You gotta read the
I'm sure
Discord,
Luke was freaking out about it. I'm sure. So that was.
Wait,
that's good.
Phil Spencer really isn't following any of those guys?
He's following Ains. I don't think he's following the rest of us.
Shout out to Phil Spencer. Frankenductor, steakums are great. Based Frank. Can I hang out with you in real life, Frankenductor? I feel like we'd be
Are
best
you trying to
friends.
replace us?
Frankenductor and I are on.
Thought
We are.
thought
we
we
are
were four
right-
best friends, living
right
our best
here.
life.
Best friends.
Frankenductor, get over here. Jose, we need to get.
There's some people want to ride too. Pick them up.
We really do need to get Freight and Nissa. I've tried inviting all these people. Captain Logan had the
Chibuano chicken.
Cebuano chicken spaghetti with grape tomatoes and Italian herbs last night.
Sounds like
Ooh.
some of those meals.
Freight Conductor, hey, at the trophy room, Joe, did you tell him he might be better off with rabbits? Was this about my Easter Sunday meal or something? Corjay said it's almost grilling season. You got that right. It's always grilling season, Corgi. And no, I didn't, Joe. Freight Conductor said, watch Justified and eat steakums, man. Based Freight Conductor. My God. I was just telling one of our friends, Chance and I, another teacher, to watch Justified because he loves Walton Goggins in that assistant principal show. What's it called?
Vice
Vice
principals.
principals.
Okay. Anyway, I'm like, dude, you need to watch Justified. And sure enough, he's like, I'll watch that next.
Yep.
And Nissa, I will come on when the Tales of the Shrike. Please do, Nissa, because you
Yeah.
cover the game for us. I love it.
Yeah.
So who's left? Bacon? Do you have any good food this week?
Yeah, had the traditional Easter spread. Some ham, some potatoes.
Yep.
Shout out to my mother-in-law for making a carrot cake. pretty good. And then she also paid up on her bill because I chopped a bunch of firewood for her, and she made me a dozen chocolate chip cookies. I get paid in cookies. I don't get paid in money.
Hey,
I can't charge the mother-in-law. Got to keep them alive.
At this point,
Again, we're going to inherit that house in the mountains with no internet. And so the longer I keep them up there, the longer I stay in the city. So I'm good with that. So I go up there and chop wood for them.
Nice. Dinero Primero. Everyone has these fancy sounding meals, and I'm over here like I just had a chicken quesadilla.
I love it.
I'd rather have that.
I said that was my best food just a couple weeks ago, Diego. Allie made them, and then I added the Taco Bell spicy ranchero sauce. I don't have to go Taco Bell ever again, so no shame. And final corgi. Walter Goggins is great in Righteous Gemstones too. Yeah, here's the thing about Walton. I saw him first in Kill It and Justified. Okay, right, Freight Conductor? We saw him first. And then he started to explode after that. But we were there from the beginning. Everybody needs to go watch Justified with Timothy Oliphant and Walton Goggins.
hey, is this where Shador Sanders is about to go?
Did Giants trade back in?
Just traded back in.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this has been... Wait, Jose, did you share your food?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But can I talk about the giveaway real quick before you do that?
Wait. Oh, special announcement. This is your chance. Shout out to Freight Conductor. We will be giving away a copy of what platform?
It is a Xbox Play Anywhere copy of the game
So,
of Oblivion.
Very nice. Can I enter to win? Can we enter to win?
Absolutely
That
not.
doesn't seem like a thing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's literally
so-
that's cheating.
So, the Elder Scrolls 4, how can people enter this giveaway, Jose?
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a short following the show, and I will probably post it probably on Sunday. If I can get it done by Saturday, I'll do that as well. But post it for sure by Sunday, and that's kind of when it will open. All we're asking is for, I think you guys are mostly all subbed on YouTube anyway, which is fantastic. We appreciate that. But if you're not, you got to sub on YouTube. Then on that short, you just have to comment about the best food you had this week. It could
Do
be
we
the
want
same
it to
stuff.
be the best food, or do we want it to be Oblivion memory?
No,
Best
because
food,
I
best
think
food.
it'll be
Yeah.
focused.
I don't have
because
any memories.
Because if people haven't
Exactly,
played it,
yeah, okay.
I don't want to mess up.
Good point.
So your best food you had this week.
week.
And then we're going to run it all week, and we will announce the winner live on Thursday, next show. And I'll also, of course, DM them on whatever platform they end up writing to us from. But again, a huge shout out to Freight Conductor for sending us that code.
Shout
I
out
really
Freight
appreciate
Conductor,
it. And of
base.
course, just like I said, hanging out. It's been plenty of fun. But we are on that road to 500. We get ever closer every week, which is great. And God, I just cannot wait to see Eric and Ains and Dan try to eat QBCs. Or I mean, Junior Bacon Cheeseburgers. I had 2 again the other day. 2 was great. Plenty.
Amateur 4.
Absurd. That's absurd. So
8?
anyway,
I'm starting
thank
to get a
you
little
again.
worried, Jose.
I think you should be worried. But we'll post that on Sunday. Check it out. We'll try to put it on all the socials as well. But again, thanks for that, Freight Conductor. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you. But seriously, Jose, short should be, would you like to win a copy Elder Scrolls on Xbox Play Anywhere? Like or subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, best food, and then we will I don't think you said this, we will announce the winner next episode, correct?
Yeah. We'll announce it next Thursday during the show, and then I'll reach out to the winner directly after that, and we'll get you guys the code for sure. So.
Shout out. Very nice. Thanks again, Freight Conductor. Gentlemen, this has been the Nerd Chat episode 208. Oblivion plus Expedition 33 equals a win-win for all of us, especially if you're on Game Pass. My name is Daddy Diwali. You can follow me at Daddy Diwali across all social media. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast. Apparently, we're popping off on TikTok. I think we've got 10,000 followers on Blue Sky. I don't know what they call it over there. So make sure to check us out over there. Make sure to follow and watch for that short for your chance to win Oblivion Remastered. Thanks again to Freight Conductor. Jose, where can people find... Wait. Thanks again to FR8 Conductor. Jose, where can people find you?
You can find me Chipotle Bear everywhere. In lieu of saying, all the stuff I just did a minute ago, just want a reminder, go listen to, there's been some really great episodes of our friend podcast. Like, let's get Luke in that Fallout suit with those the grape smuggler outfit. Can't wait for that. If you, I think Kevin and Sam had an awesome episode. Sam's been playing Marathon, so go check out that. That was earlier tonight. Joe and Kyle and Light had an awesome show about Expedition 33 a couple days ago, and Luke was with
Just last
Ames
night.
and Travis last Sunday.
Jackson Dart. Oh,
Thanks for interrupting.
Or-
Nice, kind
that
words.
was-
All right, Bacon, where can people find you?
What's the name of this Oblivion place?
Ouch.
Cyrodiil?
Cyrodiil.
I will be in Cyrodiil probably. Shout out to everyone in the chat. You guys were awesome. I am on Twitter still because I'm an idiot. I want to shout out the Trophy Room for having nice things to finally say about Xbox.
They actually called out a Bacon chat. I noticed this. Kyle said Bacon in the chat said this. So apparently Joe only
shout out
hates
to the
you,
Trophy
not
Room.
Kyle.
I have nice things to say. I listen every week. They had nice things to say. I mean, all their games are free, so they can say nice things about them. I get it. Shout out Trophy Room. You guys are my favorite PlayStation-centric podcast.
Bubble Boy, where can people find you?
They can find me sleeping in and then gaming all day on Monday because we have conference exchange day, and I am just smitten about it.
Don't tell my wife. Because I'm going to be staying up until freaking 6 a.m. playing Oblivion on Sunday night. We'll get ready for that 12-hour stream, guys. As always, you Cyrodiil lovers, close those Oblivion gates and see you online.
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 I watch. I'm confiscating your stolen goods. Now pay your fine, or it's off to jail. Then pay with your blood.
The Nerd Chat is an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast across all social media. The show was created by Daniel Walenzik, and you can follow him at Daddy D. Wally. Co-host and producer Jose Martinez III can be found at Chipotle_Bear. Former intern, now co-host Jason Jarrett can be found at XBaconGaming. And former co-host, now returning intern Chance Siegel can be found at BubbleBoy N7. If you'd like to find out more about the show, please visit nerdchatmedia.com. And as always, see you online.